Hey everyone, it's Lexie. So in today's video I'll be doing a unhaul. So if you guys saw my kind of organizing my new shelf video, then you'll know kind of went through, and while I was organizing everything for that new shelf, I went through the books that are on my shelf that I don't necessarily want to have. And I think like the way I view it is like there's one thing to collect books and like have all these books that you've read even though if you didn't like them, but I want my bookshelves to reflect books that I absolutely love. So if I don't like a book, if I'm never going to read it again or want to read it again in my lifetime, then I will bring them to half price books for usually like a cash or store credit. I usually do the store credit and then find a book that I've been wanting for a while, and I can get a used book that is not only good for the environment, but it is also good for my pocket, for my wallet I should say. So yeah, these are just the books that I went through when I was going through my shelves that I will be unhauling. So first up I have I'm Still Here by Austen Channing Brown. This is a book that I read during Black History Month, and I think like these are really hard to kind of review because everyone's experience is valid, and I just didn't really click with this author's writing style. It was a little bit too religious for me. I'm not religious at all, so I have a hard time when books are very much centered around religion, and I think her experience is still very, important to share, but I just didn't really like this one as much. And my sister has a copy of this too, so if I wanted to reread it ever again, I could just borrow her copy, but I think this would be better in someone's hands that will actually enjoy this book, so I'm gonna give this to a new home. Next up, this was a very disappointing read, and it is The Scent Keeper by Bauermeister. I really wanted to like this, but it fell flat in many different ways. So it follows this girl named Emmeline who lives on this remote island her entire life, and her father has like these special papers that can store scents from different times. So if you want to, like, a lot of our memories are like triggered by scents, and so if you want to have like the scent from your wedding day, you can like store it on this paper and then you can have it there. But one day her father disappears and she ends up getting rescued by people who are on the mainland, and it kind of goes off from there. Like, I think this book has so much potential, but I did not like it. I felt like the main character was just so self-centered. She just didn't think through anything and just made these irrational choices without really thinking about them or thinking how they affect others. It was just boring. I didn't like the plot. I didn't like the characters. It was just one that was just like disappointing, because I think this cover is beautiful, but yeah, would not recommend. Next up I have Midnight at the Blackbird Cafe, another one where I love the cover of this one, but I hated the execution. So it follows this girl named Anna Kate who goes back to her mother's hometown to take care of her grandmother's cafe. In her grandmother's will, she asked that she run the cafe for 6 months and then she can decide what to do with this cafe. And so this kind of has some magical realism aspect in here, because this cafe is known for its special like blackbird pie, which when people eat that following evening when they're sleeping, they get visited by their loved ones who has passed. But yeah, again, this one felt really cheesy. Like, I felt like it was just a very bad Hallmark movie, and it was just too predictable. It was very like forgettable too. Like, I don't really remember too much about this one. Yeah, like it was just like, I feel again like The Scent Keeper, I felt like it had a lot of potential, but it was just too cheesy. Just, I didn't really care for the plot or characters. It was just poorly executed. The dialogue was a little bit wonky. Yeah, I just didn't like this one. And lastly, for my kind of unhaul, I have The Next Wife by Rouda, and this was one that I tried to read, but I just couldn't get into. Like, I don't even remember what it was about, but it's like deception and betrayal, dark enough to end a marriage or a life. I felt like I've read so many great books that had similar premises that this one just didn't live up to it, and I tried several times to get back into it, but yeah, I just couldn't really, again, didn't like the characters, I didn't really like the writing style, so yeah, I'd rather give this to a home and to an owner that would like it better. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick unhaul. Let me know in the comments below how you like to unhaul books. Like, where do you go to unhaul all these things? Like I said, I love half-price books and getting like the store credit and all that stuff. So yeah, let me know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.